floor for day 2 of Interdrone, and I had to make a hit-and-run stop right over here at GPC, Go Professional Cases. If you've got a drone that you want to protect, you've got to look at the GPC case. Rick Bulbin, the big heavyweight in charge over at Go Professional Cases. What's coming out? What's new and exciting that you're gonna, protect and package up?
Yeah, really, what we're doing is at this show is really talking about our OEM products. The world of the DJIs and all of the standard products that are out there. We've done really well on having good distribution on those areas. So when we come to shows like this, when they're getting going a lot more commercial and custom stuff in OEM, that's really what we're trying to show at this show, is that we've got the skill set to design very specific for other vehicles and up-and-coming markets.
Right. Are you making a case for the Spark yet?
Yeah, we've got the little Spark over here. We've got a Spark over on the back side here. It's been a fun little vehicle, that we've made the case for.
What does the Spark go for?
I think it's $69.
There you go, yeah. $69. Yeah. Half of all the accidents out there aren't while you're flying; they're on the ground where it falls off a table or whatever.
We just had a customer sent us pictures where the case fell out of the back of their vehicle. Another vehicle drove over it and dragged it for a while. They had to jack the car up, get it out from under. It was like on a freeway or something. And then they got it out, and he said everything was great.
Right. Just shoot on over to www.I'll-put-it-down-below.com. Are you going to be working with Power Vision?
We're going to leave the show with one of their underwater vehicles and start designing that.
Cool.
Try to get
I am too.
So good for you.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a review and unboxing, and I'm going to take it out and throw it in the lake.
There we go.
See if I can find a big-ass bass. Do you fish?
Yes, I do.
All right, over here at Go Professional Cases, we're going to hit the road again. Like I said, if you want to protect your investment, no better way to do it. GPC. There you go.
All right.
Good afternoon. My name is Bruce Parks. I'm the president of the Drone Pilots Federation, and I'm glad to welcome you all here to a conference that I think is of vital importance to the growth of the industry. I think it's important that you are here because what I think we have gathered at many levels is a group of people who are imaginative, a group of people who are creative, and a group of entrepreneurs and users that are going to change the face of this industry. So I greatly appreciate your attendance. The purpose of this panel today is to talk about the use of drones in search and rescue emergencies for both police and as well as firefighters. I would like each of the participants to introduce themselves. Jim, if you want to start that off, just introduce yourself.
Hey gang, I'm Jim Bowers. I am the founder and director of SWARM, and that stands for Search with an Aerial RC Multi. We founded SWARM in 2013 and dedicated it to the memory of the very first person that I searched for with a drone. It was Eric Garcia. So SWARM now has over 7,000 members worldwide, and we help families in distress at absolutely no cost. Thank you.
Alan Beach, founder and president of Argus Rising. We provide drone training for first responders, law enforcement, fire and rescue exclusively. Our courses were developed by fire and rescue law enforcement with their input.
So I just really appreciate all of you being here, and I want to tell you a little bit about Jim that I find rather interesting. Jim and I have never met, but we've talked multiple times on the phone. I live in Sacramento. He lives up the hill in Colfax. And while he holds himself out to be a drone pilot, the truth of the matter is that Jim is really an artist. And that's the element that Jim brings to the fore. Yes, he can pilot an aircraft, and yes, he's done that to locate and find people. But the important thing is that added element. I think you hear a lot about, smart, but too frequently the art of art gets left out of the equation. And clearly Jim brings that to the fore. So Jim, if you want to just tell people a little bit more about what you've done with Drone Swarm and how you think it applies to search and rescue.
All Great. Well, thank you very much for the comments there. I am a full-time artist. That's all I've ever been, is a full-time artist. And when I was a kid, I tried to pogo stick myself into the Guinness Book of World Records, and that didn't work. So in 2013, I built the world's largest working clock. And it was 1.25 miles in diameter, and you can find that under the largest timepiece in the Guinness Book of World Records. So I finally made it in. When I was first approached to go and search for a friend of mine's fiance, that was Eric Garcia, and I had never even, this was 4.5 years ago. Drones were kind of in their infancy right then. I was just flying a Phantom 1 with a GoPro on it. But the official search had been called off. The sheriff's department in 2 counties decided he ran off with his girlfriend. Well, he was engaged already to the lady that came to me in desperation. So I couldn't turn her down. I didn't have any idea how I was going to do it. But what I did was I started for one that I knew he left from, and I traveled the most likely route where he was going back to pick up his wallet. We knew, that's all we knew. And along that route, I excluded 42 miles of area where he couldn't be over 4 days. We knew he wasn't there. And then that last 3.5 miles of area, we talked the sheriff's department into sending out these motorcycles on the freeway to search that last 3 miles. And they were there for 10 minutes, and there's where his car was over the side of an embankment, just crushed into a tree. So he was deceased, and that incident just moved me so much because the family of Eric Garcia were so incredibly grateful just that I was willing to try when others wouldn't. So Swarm is as much a support network as we are a drone search and rescue network. We never ever charge or take gratuities or anything for our services. Our pilots are now required to have a Part 107 FAA and only fly a line of sight. So we have some minimum gear requirements, but there are absolutely no membership dues, or anybody can join Swarm. But once you fill out our summary questionnaire, that will dictate whether or not we ever actually use you in a search. We did have 7 pilots in the Houston area where Swarm was working directly with the Red Cross, and our team was out there, and they're now still out there working on Irma. So Daniel, Herbert, Brian Scott's Swarm members, I just want to thank those 2 guys because they've been out there for like 8 days now, away from their own families, trying to help out on that search and rescue. So, like I said, if you want to become a member of Swarm, just go to sardrones.org and you can sign up to our forum from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. I do want to again allude to his artistic talent. One of the things that he did I found very, very intriguing is that as a memorial to the man who he ultimately could not save but found, tulip bulbs along the side of the highway that bloom every year as a memorial. And I just thought that really was quite something. And I applaud you for those efforts, Jim. Thank you.
All right, you guys, that's going to do it from Interdrone 2017. I hope you had a great time watching. Well, this guy's kind of a dog, but what are you going to do? Jim Bowers here. I'm still 6 feet over. Don't forget to kiss that wife ears. And as always, make it well. Bye.
Subscribe to DEMUNSEED. What? No! Subscribe to the Roswell Flight Test Crew. What? Let's go now.